You're watching the award-winning YCN Game of the Week, and today we're Lebanon, New Hampshire, on Hanover Street, by the way, for this field hockey tournament matchup, featuring the Raiders of Lebanon, the number 2 seed in the division, hosting their rivals, the Marauders of Hanover. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. Also by LaValleys and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. This should be a good one, Cassie. These two teams played to a 3-3 tie not too long ago.
Yes, they did, and now they're coming back to meet again, and we'll see how the game goes. You know that they're rivals, so it's going to be a great game.
Well, Natalie Fire had the only goal in their game back on October 5th, and Hanover beating Lebanon 1-0. They had the return match on October 14th in Hanover. The Raiders were on the field for the first time in a week that day after losing a holiday weekend of activity to a precautionary COVID-19 school shutdown. They had taken an early lead on Molly Smith's goal with an assist to Kaylee Skakalski. Olivia Trummel then answered that goal for Hanover in the second quarter, converting after a corner by Gail Morse. Also assisting on that was Mia Edmonds. Skakalski then added a goal for the Raiders, assisted by Sydney Gagne. Kate Blaisdell scored twice for the Marauders in the third quarter. The first off a perfect crossing pass from Jesse Lichtenstein. But Gagne's goal with 3:45 remaining in the fourth quarter knotted things up, and they went through some nail-biting overtime, and that's the way it ended, 3-3. But there will be a winner here today, Cassie.
There will. Whether we have to go into penalty strokes or not, we will.
Well, I believe they go to 2 10-minute 7-on-7 overtime periods, so that's a long way from penalty corners.
I know.
Lebanon in white as you watch, and they will be going from right to left. The goalkeeper today, Autumn Kroll, a senior, and the goalkeeper for Hanover is Olivia Evans, a junior. And we are underway.
Hanover started out with the ball today. Ball was brought up into the player, therefore it's Lebanon's game again.
Yeah, it used to be, you call the 15-second rule whenever you waited 15 seconds and heard a whistle, but the game has much changed over the last few years.
Definitely has.
Yeah, they let them play on. That's Kylie Skakalski preventing it from going out.
Nice stop by number 4.
Catherine Blaisdell.
Yep.
3 players called up from JVs for Hanover today. Caroline Healy, Grace Coughlin, and goalkeeper Riley Lohman.
Advantage for Hanover.
Thrill for them playing JVs all year, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a tournament game. That's over the stick of Thibodeau. With it is Hickey. Yeah, field hockey has changed. If you go back into the 90s, they would use penetration time to determine a tiebreaker. That's out of bounds. That'll come back.
Oh, it's going to be Lebanon's ball again. It came off of the Hanover stick.
On the inbound, it's Sally Tretter, junior.
Good pass into the center.
Lichtenstein has it. They'll fire it out of the zone. It's away from Schutzius. She'll recover. Over to Thibodeau. And it's out.
Off of Lebanon's foot, going back to Hanover. Katie has the ball. Excuse me.
That's right, be careful. Parents are listening. Get the names right. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or DDS TV 1013, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime on ycnnow.com.
Lebanon's doing a great job of bringing the ball out to the alleys and bringing it down the field, using the advantage.
Obviously, these two teams know each other well. You notice the two officials, each official has a circle under their jurisdiction, so you will not see the trailing official make a call in a circle at the other end. Into the circle it comes.
Looks like it's going to be Hanover's ball.
Of course, Hanover plays their games on a turf field, which
they do.
Is an extremely much different game.
It's a quicker game.
Yeah, very quick. It's like playing on a pool table.
They do a great job at converting back to grass, though, so that's a good thing.
That's Gail Morse putting it in play, driven by Blaisdell.
Nice ball from Kate.
In front.
That would be a corner. So Hanover's first corner of the afternoon. Now, a good thing to know, though, is now you have to have the ball outside of the circle before you can hit the ball back in.
Right. Natalia fires it in.
Nice backup by Natalie Chapman. Nice stick handling skills. And it's going to be an advantage for Hanover.
For any of our parents or family members out there not familiar with field hockey, anytime there's a violation in the circle by the defending team, a penalty corner results. Hanover has control. This is Maya Edmonds. She can drive it like that as long as it doesn't go too far off the ground.
That's a great ball right there.
That was perfect. That's a talent. On the far side, that's Molly Jane Schutzius, a junior. Interesting calling a game at ground level, Cassie.
I know, right? Huh? It's a lot different than coaching it. That's for sure.
A little easier, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, Edmonds over there to break up the play.
Third party call
yep.
On Hanover. Going to be Lebanon advantage.
I think Hanover probably has had the lion's share of the game, territorially anyways.
Yes, I would agree on that.
Catherine Blaisdell, there's a drive.
Nice stop.
Nice stop in midfield. That was Amelia Hickey.
Brought right up in the middle. Nice give and go.
Skakalski, broken up. Oh, for Ford Chapman. Another change this year, 4 15-minute quarters instead of the 2 30-minute halves. It also means the coaches do not have a timeout. We talked to Lebanon's coach, Amanda Valier, and she said, she likes the 4 15s, but not having the ability to call timeout when it's necessary is the downside.
That is definitely the downside. You don't have a chance to get your kids back and composed and get them ready, get them a drink of water. Even though there's that 2 minutes in between each quarter, it's going to be tough and tricky when you really want a timeout and you don't have it.
Try to put it in. Gail Morris drives it out. Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game when we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's game between Lebanon and Hanover. Catherine Blaisdell. Nice move. Good dribble. Schroeder trailing from behind.
Kate is one of the 2 seniors on the Hanover squad this year.
Yeah, Coach Lenny had said she only had 11 players a few days ago due to the quarantining, but she brought up 3 from the JVs.
That she did.
Catherine Blaisdell working it away from Hickey. Fanned on by Edmonds.
Nice reverse.
Only 1 penalty corner thus far in this contest. Of course, if you do get to an overtime, 7-on-7 really opens up the field as well.
That it does.
As far it appears that Hanover has controlled, but Lebanon now working it into the zone along the line. Schutzius. But if you look at Schutzius, she's got a whole bunch of maroon jerseys around her. They're getting back.
They're getting back very quickly. Getting back into the circle and playing defense, getting an athletic stance. Playing tough D, and Natalie Chapman just received the ball back again for Hanover. Man, look at her drive.
Nice drive, stopped by Thornton. Michaela getting over there along the sideline.
Nice defense by Lebanon.
Catherine Blaisdell in control. She'll drive it. Nice drive along the ground. Stopped. Near side it comes. Taken by Skakalski. Working her way through. Remember, it not into the circle unless it goes 5 yards.
Nice lift, but too high.
Too high, yep. Back it'll come.
Dangerous play on that one. Neither goalie has touched the ball yet. Means there's good defense going on today.
Good defense, as long as your goaltender doesn't fall asleep.
True.
Driven by Edmonds, knocked down Hickey. Now Lebanon trying to put together some sort of an attack. Near side it comes to Tretter. Sally on the dribble. The corner goes to Skakowski, and out it goes. Sadie Higgins back there. This is Blaisdell for Hanover. He'll drive it again.
Notice Blaisdell's taking a lot of the free hits for Hanover. Probably because of that amazing drive that she's got.
You can see the official using the electronic whistle.
Oh.
It's something that was allowed this year in a lot of sports. Now, it's kind of hard to blow a whistle through a mask. But the electronic whistles, to me, aren't as loud.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. In between the legs of 11 players, so it's going to be Hanover ball going out.
On the drive, Mia Edmonds. Lebanon is starting to bottle them up a little bit here in their own end. Taken by Gagne. Gagne in a battle with Fire. Surrounded by 3 maroon jerseys and taken away.
She worked hard for that ball, though, so I'll give her credit for that.
Over to break it up with Thornton. Right in front of the Hanover bench to Molly Smith, the junior. Taken away by the Marauders on the drive again.
Nice ball.
Nice ball indeed. And it gets by the Lebanon defender, and she wisely flips it out of bounds.
Probably a good choice.
Yep, good choice. Thornton was right there. The game coverage brought to you in part by LaValley's Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. 5:04 to go in this first period. Inbounding it is Blaisdell. Lebanon in control. Working the ball down nicely. Amalia Hickey down ahead to Skakowski.
Nice use of the alleys. That's definitely
Into
great
the circle.
for spreading out the defense.
Knocked out by Chapman.
Incoming ball for Lebanon.
Amadi Hickey surveys the territory and goes to her right. Broken out momentarily by Coughlin. Grace, one of the players up from JV for Hanover. Nice play there. On the drive, it gets by Thibodeau, and she will give way to Smirsky. With Thornton. Lena Noel.
Lebanon's doing a great job at finding their players and seeing where they are on the field, making it spaced out so they can get the ball up the field rather than staying in one spot.
Certainly has been a defensive game thus far. Need a goaltender with a save that I can recall, Cassie.
I don't have any marked down,
No.
so no.
Well, there's your answer. All right, Mia Edmonds, side in. Again, intercepted by the Raiders. They've got Skakowski in the circle. Lebanon still in control. Into the circle it comes. Skakowski can't get the shot away. Yeah.
Sticks got hooked up.
Yeah.
Advantage for Lebanon, so they're going to be having a corner.
Penalty corner coming up. Lena Noel, the senior, will bring it in. 5 players in the cage for Hanover. Got Hickey and Thornton out front. It comes to Gagne. Broken out by Chapman. Driven back down in the circle. And another penalty corner.
Another penalty corner. Couldn't see it in the scramble.
Yeah, we're at ground level. We'll get some of them, Cassie. Lena Noel pushes it out. Skakowski to her right for Gagne. Into the circle again. Battle over the ball. Chipped out by Hanover. And they will drive it back the other way. Knocked down by Thornton. Pressure by Lebanon here.
Third party call on Hanover. Going to be advantage for Lebanon going back into the circle.
This is Noel. To her left for Hickey. Hickey played by Groves. Kept in by Thornton. We're down to 1:41 to go in the period. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns. Glad to be here. What a beautiful day.
It's gorgeous. It's
I told
perfect.
you I was in charge of the weather. Nothing else.
I know. At least it's not 10 below, and we've got our parkas on.
Sally Treader. Gives away to Skukowski. Now Treader. Whatever adjustments Lebanon has made has worked here in the second half of this first quarter.
They're definitely spreading out more and seeing where their players are, and it's helping them take the advantage of getting it down the field.
Ollie Smith in a battle, with
No,
Blaisdell over there.
They're using the alleys, which is great.
Under a minute to go here. Next week, YCN Game of the Week will hopefully feature football as the Lebanon Raiders move into tournament action. Be watching for that. Hard to believe it's the end of the fall sports season already.
It was short.
Well, they were lucky to get on the fields. And
Absolutely.
going back the other way.
Ball head up into the Hanover player. Time winding down.
Yeah, less than 30.
Ella Edmonds has the ball, dribbling it down. Advantage for Hanover.
Natalie Chapman. Got to hustle, 10 seconds. And
nice ball by Kate.
Nice drive.
Coming into the circle.
That's Groves. Groves will drive it. Down is the goalkeeper. And that's going to do it for the period. Anxious moments at the tail end. We'll recap this period very quickly when we come back to Lebanon High School. We're scoreless at the end of one.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities. It's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
Well, if you'd like your local event televised into YCN's nearly 50,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns, scoreless. How do you recap that first period?
Well, Hanover and Lebanon have been playing a tough defensive game this afternoon. They're doing great at spreading out. Lebanon's definitely seeing where their players are on the field and using that to the advantage.
Well, certainly Hanover had the lion's share of the play the first half of that period, but Lebanon made some adjustments. Didn't get many shots on net, had a couple of penalty corners, and then at the very end, Hanover nearly poked one in.
Nearly. It was a great effort for Hanover at that point. Like, they had a nice little breakaway, and they got ready to get there, and you had that person on the opposite post, and you got to get in that position around the defender to be able to get that ball in.
Well, certainly the key was the drive out of their own end that brought it down close enough for them to make a play at the end of the period.
That was a bullet.
Yeah, it was, and it was perfect. Not too high. HR Cleft Cares Harz Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems. And don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash over in Kentucky, over in my neighborhood. Use them all the time. And those of you who haven't seen field hockey in a while need to remember that there are 4 15-minute periods now, not the 2:30s, which also is easier for the officials, too. Running up and down the field for a solid half hour, they get a little bit of a break as well. 2 minutes in between periods.
Definitely gives them a break. Especially before you had the timeouts, and if you didn't use a timeout, they'd be running back and forth the entire time.
My most memorable field hockey game, participating as an official, was up in Laconia on Winnipesaukee, when they had a lot of seagulls that were dropping things on the players during the game. And it was,
lovely.
It was pretty nasty. All kinds of action today. We'll run down some of the games that are being played. The winner of this game will play the winner of Kingswood and Kennett. And Kennett is undefeated, so one would think, Cassie, that it'll be Kennett either going to Hanover or coming here to Lebanon. But stranger things have happened in tournament play.
Well, you got to realize, too, with everything that's been going on this fall season, that the tournament picks were not based on the rankings of what they scored in the year.
Right.
It was based just by out of the hat. So
Blaisdell gives it a drive over quickly as Celia Groves. Nice save. Trying to center. Good break up by Lebanon. That was
looks like it's a
Tretter,
little
I believe.
slippery.
Yeah, it does.
Nice little lift by Lebanon.
Driven back in by Paris, Emily. Well, these two teams played a 1-0 game earlier in the year, and it looks like they're headed that way. Off the foot of Paris, but they play on.
Looks like Hanover's got some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, Edmonds showed a good burst of speed there. Hanover coached by Jean Essex Linehan and Amanda Valier coaching the Raiders from Lebanon. They were 6-1-1 on the year. Hanover 7-3-1. The only blemishes on the Lebanon record was a tie and a loss to Hanover. Hanover lost, I believe they lost to Stevens, and they lost to Mascoma,
They
I
did.
believe.
Yep.
Mascoma Valley. Right in front of the Hanover bench is where the action is taking place. Molly Smith over there for Lebanon.
Looks like they got a little miscommunication on that ball.
Looks like that was out off Natalia Fire, so nope. It was out off Lebanon.
Lebanon ball came up right up into Hanover player.
In action right in front of the Hanover bench. 12:52 go here in the first half.
Nice little give and go to begin. A little too rough of a push, though.
I remind you, today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. These games are live at ycnow.com and re-air on Sunday at noon and again at 5. Not exactly sure what is happening at this point. Now they start it.
Oh, it looks like the Hanover bench is too close to the sideline, so they're having some of the teammates move it.
Skakowski over to make the play. Nice pass in it goes. Looking for Gagne. Gagne with Paris. Battling along the sideline over there.
Some great stick work by Paris.
Gagne comes away with it.
Right into the circle.
Into the circle.
Nice little pushback.
Tracking it down to the corner is Blaisdell. Trying to work it out slowly on the far side. Still scoreless here in this preliminary round. Now Blaisdell. Lebanon driving it into the circle. Back is Chapman.
Going out of bounds. Gonna be a Lebanon ball. I think one good thing with Blaisdell is she's seeing all the holes. She's seeing them and she's hitting the ball to the hole, hoping that one of her teammates can get to that spot.
Hanover in control. Blaisdell in front of her own bench. Nice drive. And a nice stop. Stop over there by Smirsky. A lot of defense being played here this afternoon at Lebanon High School. You get a feeling, Cassie, that one goal is going to go a long way here.
I have a feeling that's what's going to happen today.
Yep.
Both teams are playing amazing defense, and it's just going to be that one little fluke.
Raiders in the circle to the right of the cage. We don't mention the goalkeepers much, but it's Olivia Evans for Hanover and Riley Lohman for Hanover and Autumn Kroll for the Raiders. Riley's a sophomore.
Lebanon takes away with the ball back into the circle.
Yeah, after it, Gagne, she's been very active down there, battling in the corner. In the circle it comes. In front. And out over the end line it goes.
Out off Hanover, going to be Lebanon ball again. One thing with all the restrictions too is like they can't pick up the ball and throw it up. They have to
hit it, yeah.
Hit it. So that takes away a couple seconds. Looks like it's going to be Hanover's ball again.
Hopefully, these restrictions will be lifted by next year, but one never knows. This could be the new normal, Cassie.
I'm hoping it changes
Yeah.
back to the way it was, but like you said, it could be the new norm.
All right, this is Lena Noel on the side end.
Nice stop.
And good defense by Hanover. Locked down by Guile. Over Fort Smith. Trying to chip it into the circle, it does. Swept right back out again. And out over the end line, so it will be Lebanon ball. Lena Noel on the side end. Goes to Hickey. Nope, goes right down the side. Looked at Hickey and then went to her right.
Being at ground level, you couldn't say with the umpire.
I know. Even though they got their raspberry shirts on. They've changed. They used to be yellow.
Oh, they can do both.
Yeah. Back is Smirsky. Broken up on the far side by Gracie Coughlin. Again, Coughlin and Healy and Lohman played JVs. Were brought up for today. Seeing some action. There's only 15 players on the team. You're bound to see action.
You're bound to see action.
There's so much up and down and so much running. Lebanon in control here. Molly Smith.
Oh, recall.
Okay.
Hacking on Hanover, so it's going to be Lebanon's ball.
7:55 to go. Noel drives it ahead. Working into the circle. Again, good defense by Hanover. And it's going the other way. The foul on Gagne. Blaisdell, who's really had good drives today. Lifts that
nice
one to
lift.
the air. Lift into the air. Knocked down.
Nice thought.
Knocked down by Hickey. Molly Smith into the corner. Noel. Seen a lot of action in the second period. We're down to 7:14 to go. Scoreless here if you've just joined us. Molly Smith battling with Coughlin. Blaisdell will drive it. Hit a foot, but it goes right to Thornton.
Oh, they're going to call it.
They're going to call it. It was off the foot of Lebanon player. So back we come. Thornton on the push. Into the corner. This is Taylor Vittori, Jr., taken away. Letting her play on. Oh. See how they play it.
Remember, they got to dribble it 5 yards before they can even hit it into the circle.
Yep. Working it up the far side, and back for it is Thornton, but it's out. Please let all our advertisers know that you appreciate their support of local programming on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love on our YCN News Facebook page. Just click the heart a bunch of times. Again, 5:57 to go, first half. We are still scoreless. The winner advances, and the loser gets ready for basketball. Near side it comes.
Nice back tackle by Lebanon.
It's Sadie Higgins, the sophomore out there on that play for Hanover. Two very evenly matched teams.
Absolutely. Bringing it down to the Hanover territory for a little bit.
Yeah,
Advantage for Hanover.
Catherine Blaisdell with it on the dribble by Hickey. Hickey played her tough, though. This is Mary Guile. Great opportunity here for Hanover. Excuse me, Catherine Blaisdell. Catherine Blaisdell being played, taken away. Nice takeaway, Cassie.
That was a great takeaway.
Nice pass up ahead to Sydney Gagne.
Using that alley again.
Yep.
Nice give and go.
Got by Hickey. Over to Guile. In the circle, Gagne.
Nice defense by Natalie Chapman.
And a corner. Chapman on the violation in the circle. A corner coming for Lebanon. How many corners for Lebanon?
Lebanon's only at 2.
2, yeah. Let's see how they play it. They're going to start to the right of the goalkeeper. See if she comes out to Skakowski. This is Lena Noel. Now out to Gagne. Nice shift. Gagne still controlling. She'll drive it. Blocked in the circle. Guile had an opportunity at it. Now to the left of the goalkeeper. Looking to center, and out it goes. And it will be Hanover ball.
Lebanon's getting the opportunities. They just can't advance.
Lifted high into the air. Good play by Thornton, staying right with it.
Back tackle by Lebanon.
3:34 to go in second period. Off the stick of Fire.
Hanover trying to switch fields.
Fire staying with it.
Off the foot of Lebanon.
Off of Thibodeau. Catherine Blaisdell. Off the foot.
Catherine has a great way of trying to bring the ball up and getting it into the Lebanon player to take that advantage.
The skills of these young ladies and how they've improved over the last 10 or 15 years. They all go to field hockey camps at various places, and it certainly shows.
Definitely.
In the circle, knocked out by Skakowski. Noel has it. Playing in front of Fire. 2:46 to go, as you may see the official time over there.
Still scoreless. Nice takeaway by 12.
Lena Noel, the senior, one of the seniors for Coach Valliere. Had a little rump taken away.
Not quite sure what that was because I can't see.
Yeah.
Hanover's ball again. Looks like that one is hit out.
Lofted into the air on the scoop.
Gonna call it dangerous. Nice ball by Lebanon. Dribbling it up the middle.
Skalkowski's on the wing. A nice move by Gagne. She had Skakowski with her. And a violation, it'll be Lebanon ball. This is Gagne, Sydney Gagne, the senior.
No violation on Lebanon.
Nope, it's on Lebanon. It's coming the other way. Blaisdell. She has good drives. There's another good one. Gets by the defense. Gets by Smirsky, but she's back to get it. Down to a minute and a half to go here in period number 2. Hanover had a great opportunity at the tail end of period 1. Let's see what Lebanon can do as we near the 1 minute mark as they shovel it in deep.
Oh, they're going to let that one play on.
Yep, Chapman broke it up. Channelie Chapman, the senior. Lebanon quickly moving. Kept out of the circle nicely over there by Edmonds. Hanover
down the alley.
Yep, 45 seconds to go. Lebanon defense back. Got Caroline Healy moving back. Half a minute. take a break here at the end of this period, of course, and then come back with the second half action for you and a quick recap. Be tough to pick a player of the game right now, Cassie. And a couple of girls on either team playing well.
It's going to be tough. Here comes Hanover bringing it into the circle.
Yep, over to cover up was Schutzius. Worked it out of the circle, and that should do it for the period.
That should do it for the period.
All right, that's going to do it for period number 2 and the first half. And we'll come back here in a few moments to Lebanon High School to recap that second period and bring you the second half of action. Preliminary round of the state tournament. Hanover and Lebanon are scoreless. We'll be back.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities. It's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
You're watching the award-winning YCN Game of the Week, and today we're Lebanon, New Hampshire, on Hanover Street, by the way, for this field hockey tournament matchup, featuring the Raiders of Lebanon, the number 2 seed in the division, hosting their rivals, the Marauders of Hanover. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. Also by LaValle's and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Welcome back to Lebanon High School on Hanover Street in Lebanon. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns. Scoreless at the half, Cassie. How do you read that first half?
You know, Hanover and Lebanon are playing great defense against each other, and they're keeping the ball in the middle of the field, which is great because the goalies aren't getting any action right now, which in a way, we don't want them to fall asleep.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, it's great.
You can kind of get lulled into a sense of
you can.
Nothing's going on. All of a sudden, they're on your doorstep.
You got to be on point at all times as a goalie, making sure you know where your defenders are and knowing where the ball is. If you get sidetracked, you're going to be, oh, yeah, ball's here, and not know what to do.
Yeah. Well, we might mention, too, we haven't that, of course, the ball has to be in the circle when you score. You can't drive it from outside and have it go in for a score. But
absolutely. As long you can drive it from the outside of the circle as long as somebody inside the circle touches the ball before it deflects it back into the goal.
Other games today, Portsmouth is at Oyster River, and Sanborn is at Pelham. The winners will play. Pembroke is hosting Merrimack Valley, and John Stark is at Bow. The winners will play. And, of course, Kennett and Kingswood are playing today in Wolfboro. Kennett already beat Plymouth 3-2 in a play-in game. The winner will play the winner of this game. We have Derryfield is defeated Milford 3-0. They are now playing Goffstown today at Goffstown, and Sauhegan is at Hollis. The winners will play. So the winner of this game will play either Kingswood or Kennett. And we might mention that Kennett is undefeated, so in all likelihood, if I were a betting man, and I'm not, Kennett will be playing the winner of this game. But stranger things have happened in high school sports.
Absolutely.
And the two teams, goalkeepers will swap.
Yeah, the first half, first 2 quarters. First half, Hanover only had 1 penalty corner throughout the whole half, and Lebanon had 2 penalty corners, all in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a good indication of a territorial advantage. Hanover really controlled things in the first half of that first quarter. Then things kind of evened out. Hanover had a great opportunity at the tail end of the first quarter. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or TDS TV 1013, don't forget all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com. And it'll be Lebanon going from left to right, Hanover from right to left as you view this.
Lebanon gets the ball second half. Natalie Chapman bringing it out to the side.
This will be Lena Noel.
Good choice by her.
I love it when the fans yell out, give her 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a great thing to know that.
Well, parents are becoming more knowledgeable about the game. Back, my daughter played. You didn't have to worry much. Parents didn't know what was going on, but
there were so many whistles back then.
oh yeah. The
nice defense by Kate.
15-second rule. Nice defense indeed by Blaisdell. Quickly moved down by Noel. Now to go, so looks like it'll be Chapman into Edmonds. Edmonds will control.
Hanover needs to get in front of those Lebanon players in order to, nice lift. Right to Kate.
Yep, good job by Blaisdell.
Nice
poke.
reach.
Kept it in.
Bringing it down the alley.
Over is Smirsky. Taken away from behind by Noel. They playing along the end line, and it'll come back to Hanover.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but Kate's kind of been a little double teamed today.
Yeah, word gets around when you're a good player come tournament time, especially when you've played this team twice.
That's for sure. Oh, it looks like it was off a foot. Not sure if they're going to call it.
They'll let them play on. Up the sideline it goes.
Ooh.
On the line. Oh,
There
nice
you go.
call. Right in front of the official. We're going to get away with that one. This is Blaisdell. No score. One goal will be pretty big here, no question. Skakalski. And you wonder, too, a team goes ahead by 1-0. And the team that's ahead, do you change your tactic at all? Do you play a more defensive game to try and to protect that goal, or do you try and get aggressive and add to it?
Absolutely. You play more of a defensive role, but then you also get more aggressive towards the offensive end as well, because you want to have that security. Looks like the ball's still in play. I don't think Hanover realized that.
No, they let Noel scamper down the sideline and grab it. Well, that wasn't Noel. It was somebody from Lebanon over there.
Looks like
And
Mia Edmonds is going to take the ball.
We are at ground level opposite the team benches.
C.D. Higgins playing some great defense.
Scooped ahead by Skakalski. Knocked out by Paris.
Going to let them play that one out at first.
Yeah, if you're the offensive player, you got to know that so you can just keep going. Don't play to the whistle. You don't hear the whistle.
Absolutely. You don't hear the whistle, and you got to just keep going. If you just stop, then
But again, I think we've talked about this. These electronic whistles aren't that loud.
No, I can hardly hear them with a microphone and headphones on right now, but usually if you have the original whistle, it's pretty loud.
Yeah, it is pretty loud. All right, on the dribble. Edmonds.
Little reverse. Natalie Chapman.
Nice break up. Near side it comes. Noel is over. Cutting her off is Taylor Vittori to Edmonds.
Looks like we're going to have a little give and go action.
Hanover in control. Fire has it.
Bringing it
Natalia into the circle.
into the circle for Hanover.
Still with it. Blaisdell had an opportunity at it. Lebanon gets it out. Well,
There's a nice little hack.
little hack on Hanover. It was on Vittori.
Off Lebanon. Wasn't quite sure if that was 5 yards at first, but
Chapman trying to connect with Fire. Broken up by Smirsky. Nice move ahead by Molly Smith. As the sun breaks through here to our right. Scooped ahead by Gagne. Nice move by Gagne from behind. That's Chapman. Gagne staying with it. Good opportunity here for Lebanon. This will be Lena Noel.
Lebanon getting it into the circle, and it's off of a Hanover player, so it's going to be their corner.
Penalty corner coming up for the Raiders here with 10:22 to go. Stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game, when we'll choose the player that had the most impact on this game. And at this point, it could be the only goal scorer the way we're going. All right, here we go. They're going to go from the right side of the goalkeeper. It comes to Skakalski. To her right, looking for Gagne.
Switching sides.
Gagne drives it into the circle. Deflected in front, and down is the goalkeeper. Still loose in
Still
front.
loose. Goalkeeper had one save. Nice job by Natalie Chapman trying to get it out.
Defense got it out, in close again. And it's going to be a corner, penalty corner, on a violation in the circle by Hanover. So Lebanon again with a penalty corner.
You get so many people down in that scramble, it's hard to say if you're going to...
It's not hard to hit a foot.
Definitely not hard to hit a foot in a scramble.
Lebanon setting it up again. Now to Skakowski.
Nice stop by Kate Brinsdale.
The senior for one of the few seniors on this Hanover team.
Yeah, Hanover's only got 2 seniors this year, 2 returning seniors. They lost 11 players last year.
Hanover had their losses to Stevens 2-0, Mascoma Valley 2-1, and Mascoma Valley 2-0. Lebanon has been to the championship game 6 times in their brief field hockey career, going back to 2002.
Hanover coming off their first championship in 10 years.
Yep. Back in 1976, they were runners-up to Concord, which is a much larger school. Back when field hockey first started, it was just Class A and AA. Skakowski on the far side, looking to center. That's off a Hanover body. We're down to 8:16 to go here in the third quarter. Jim Rivers with Cassie Johns. Happy to be with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Day like today.
Lebanon's getting ready to bring the ball in. Hanover's defense is back in the circle, marking up.
Controlled by the Raiders. They'll come near side from Michaela Thornton. Working it up the right side. Quickly on it, Noel. Taken away, but out off Hanover, so Noel will track it down.
Hanover's doing a great job at making that wall to get into the circle, making Lebanon have to bring it out.
Good pressure behind Lebanon lately, though. This is Thornton on the takeaway. Fire. Coming back the other way on the drive. Blaisdell. It's a good one away. And quickly is Smirsky and Fire. Smirsky gets there first. Nice play by Vittori. It's going to come out, I think. Yep, just barely. Good effort by Chapman trying to get over there, but their ball anyways. Catherine Blaisdell.
I believe she's a Northwestern University commit student right now for next year.
Good school. Yeah, with COVID and the way kids are attending school, you wonder how some of these colleges can go through their GPAs and figure out who they're going to take.
Hanover's getting their first penalty corner of the quarter.
All right, let's see how they set it up. .6:22 to go in the third quarter. Natalie Fire will do the honors. Let's see who she comes into. She's got Thompson to her right.
Top of the circle to Kate.
Yeah.
Bullet in by Kate.
To the right of the cage. Goalkeeper's out.
Third party on Hanover.
We'll come back the other way. So it's going to be Lebanon ball. Two very evenly matched teams here, looking to move on in the state tournament.
Lebanon's goalie has a little bit of a disadvantage right now. The sun's right in her eyes.
Yeah, good point. And I'm sure that was taken into consideration with at the coin toss at the beginning of the game, get an idea of where that sun's going to set.
Hanover and Lebanon have played on this field for so many years. I'm pretty sure the coaches know which way to go.
Yeah, no doubt. Nice drive out by Lebanon. Broken up by Paris.
Of course, the game today is earlier than normal game, so.
Yep, a lot of the other games did not start until 4. Here's Lebanon.
Lebanon bringing it into the circle.
Over to break it up is Pinto. And
looks like it was off a hack by Hanover.
It'll be a penalty corner for Lebanon. They're starting to build them up, and they have 5 now, right?
5 total and only and 3 this quarter.
Lena Noel, again, working to the right side. Each coach has a number of different penalty corner setups that they can go with.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities, it's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day. It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities, it's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.